My name is Francis Olo. I'm an expert in geographic information science and artificial intelligence. My learning has been mainly in this domain. My PhD is in geographic information science. The areas of application have included agronomy, epidemiology, and also climate modeling. I'm happy to introduce you now to the module on practical implementation of artificial intelligence in climate modeling. As the name suggests, this is a practical module, and in this case, we use a practical case study. The module is designed into 3 different levels. First of all, giving the context. The context that we use in this particular module is on flood modeling. And we provide practical tools for accessing data, analyzing that data, and producing results from that data. Now, to access the data, we try as much as possible to expose you to available climate data, and we are going to use CHAPS data in this particular case. We access CHAPS data using R codes, which you now must be familiar with, and then process it to a country level. So for example, we process it to the Kenya boundary level. Once you process it to the Kenya boundary level, then we can easily use thresholding to determine flood risk areas. But beyond using thresholding, we also apply machine learning models for the sake of finding flood risk areas. This module introduces you to the particular steps. Where do we get the data? How do we process this data into a proper feature space for analysis? How do we implement models? And then how do we assess the accuracy of these models? It is also important to understand that as you implement the practical case in this module, this is not the only case that can be applied. So it will be important that as a fellow, you think through how to customize what you are learning in this module into other climate-related case studies, but also to your country. So you will notice that, for example, the R code that we provided, we select Kenya as a case study. But if you are from Nigeria, if you are from Ethiopia, if you are from Malawi, if you are from Botswana, can you customize the code using what we've learned in the other modules to your country? Can you reduce it, not just at the country level, but even to a smaller administrative units beyond the rainfall data that we use in this module? Can you also add additional climate data from other sources and use them for the sake of the analysis? The whole goal of this module is that now you begin to practically implement machine learning and artificial intelligence for practical climate questions that are relevant for your particular setting. I hope the learning will be smooth throughout the module, and I'm still available to provide insight and to provide guidance as we go along. Thank you very much.